Welcome back, friends. It's Miss Bree again, and today we're going to explore something amazing. Matter. Matter is everything around us, from the animals on the farm to the water in the trough and even the air that we're breathing right now. So let's put on our scientist hats and explore together. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Bree. I am a farmer, an educator, an illustrator, a singer, and of course, a very proud grammar nerd. Welcome to the Farm School. So, what is matter? Matter is anything that has mass. That means it has weight, right? You can measure it on a scale. And it takes up space. If you can touch it, it's matter. And even if you can't, like air, it's still matter. Matter is everywhere on the farm and everywhere all around us. So just take a look around you, okay? Everything you see is made of matter, right? That might be the barn, that might be animals, that might be plants. It could be books in your room. It could be a basket. It could be anything, right? But even you are made of matter. Matter is all around us, and today we're learning how to observe it like real scientists. Now, matter comes in three main forms, called states: solids, liquids, and gases. Each one of these behaves a little differently, and we can find all three right here on the farm. For example, as a solid, that might be things like rocks, or fences, or hay bales on the farm. Liquid could be water in a trough or in a bucket. Gas, for example, could be air or steam from a compost pile. Now let's talk about solids. Solids keep their shape. You can hold them, stack them, and move them around. Think about a rock, a fence, or a hay bale. They don't change shape easily, right? That's what makes them solids. So things like this, see the fence, the rock wall in the picture? That is a solid made up of other solids, right? Those rocks have been stacked that way specifically to act as a fence. And that's because the sheep can't go through it. Isn't that amazing? Now let's talk about liquids. Liquids are different. They flow, right? So they take the shape of whatever container they're in. Water in a bucket or milk in a jar will move and settle into the shape of that container. Gases are all around us, even if we can't see them. Air is a gas. Gases spread out and fill up any space they can. When you breathe in, you're taking in gas. How cool is that? And you see in the video how there's steam rising off the compost pile? That's a gas. Very good. So now let's look at the properties of matter. These are ways we describe what something is like. Scientists use properties to observe and compare different materials. So first up, things like hard or soft. Some things are soft, like wool from a sheep. Some things are hard, like rocks or hooves. This is a property we can feel and observe with our hands. Now let's talk about heavy or light, right? Let's talk about weight. Some objects feel heavy, like a big pumpkin. Others feel light, like a feather. We can compare weight to learn more about matter. Matter can also change. Sometimes it changes in ways that we can reverse, and sometimes it changes into something completely new. Let's take a closer look. Now, a physical change happens when matter changes form but stays the same substance. So, for example, Water is a really good example of this for all three states, right? So you can freeze it and you have ice. If you melt the ice, you'll have water. If you evaporate the water, it becomes steam or mist, right? Or if you boil it off, it evaporates. And that evaporation is called a gas. That's right. Now, all of those look different, right? They still look different no matter what, but it's all still water. Then you can have chemical changes. That happens when you're creating something new. So when you bake bread or cook an egg, you can't change it back, right? If you bake the bread, you can't put it back in the oven, turn it down, and make it back into dough, right? Right. That's because you made a new substance. Okay? When you cook an egg, you can't make it raw again. You've cooked it. Same thing. That's a chemical change. Now it's your turn to be a scientist. So look around the farm or your home. Can you find solids, liquids, and gases? I bet you can. What properties do you notice? You're using your real science skills now. So see if you can find something around your house that's a solid, something around your house that's a liquid, and something around your house that's a gas. And then look at those and go, okay, can I see any physical changes? Can I see any chemical changes? Can I see if it's a physical change? Can I see if I can change it from one form to another? All these things, does it weigh different amounts? Is one heavy? Is one light? All of those different things that you can observe, those are all properties that you can observe. You guys did such a good job. I am so proud of you. You explored matter and learned how to observe the world around you. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and remember, you are scientists every single day. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.